Hey guys, today we'll be talking about a typical day in the life of the luxurious business analyst.
Ignore Toby. This is the first of our three-part series where we'll be looking at a typical day in the life of a business analyst.
So Lydia, I currently consider myself as an IT business analyst. I also like to pride myself as having some UX design experience. What sort of business analyst would you classify yourself as?
Currently, I'm an IT business analyst and Scrum Master with project
Check you
management
out.
experience. I know, yeah. What is your typical day like?
My day is very, very wildy. So
Mhm.
typically for me, I'm busy in meetings most of the day, but I'll just give an example of my Mondays. I think that
Yeah,
encapsulates,
Monday.
yeah, how
Yeah.
busy I can get. So for me,
Okay.
Monday really it starts off with me just obviously getting out of bed and starting work, managing to start work at 9, then just look through my calendar because there might be
hmm
meetings that were booked on Friday for me to attend. And I
hmm
just go through my calendar really and then put together my personal task list. So I try to put together a list of things I need to do for the week and
hmm
then generally respond to some emails. And then my first major meeting is at 10:30 on a Monday. And it's
hmm
a program wide catch up really where all
Okay.
the members of the program team, so it's quite a few project managers. I think there are about three BAs, and then members of like the IT team. So we have security, governance, and everyone just joins that meeting.
hmm
We have the program manager as well who joins that meeting. And the idea really, it's a 2 hour long meeting, which is kind of long. And the idea is to run through all the projects on the program. So
hmm
I think there are about 11 projects currently under the program,
hmm
and we just run through all the project managers just run through, provide updates, go live dates and things like that
hmm
to the program manager, highlight any major risks that needs to be highlighted, and then we all run through that. Usually my projects are towards the end, so I have to stay until the actual end of the meeting. During the meeting I also tend to respond to emails as well,
Yeah, makes
and
sense.
yeah, provide those updates. And then I have usually a few catch-up meetings because I'm currently working on 3 projects. So I have
hmm
one catch-up meeting usually at about 2:30 on Mondays, and it's just really the project team just coming together. We try to be a bit agile, so we just run through tasks that we have assigned to us and just provide
hmm
updates really on what we've done, what's outstanding, if there are any blockers, that sort of thing. And then the project manager is aware, and then he sort of sends us off to do what we need to do. And then we have like tasks for the week as well on that project, which we need to achieve before we meet again on Monday. Usually after that meeting at 2:30, I'm a bit freer to sort of do the actual work that I need to start catching up to.
hmm
On some Mondays, I might have another meeting at about 3:30 or 4. And then most meetings, I don't get any meetings after 4, generally not. Very rarely, unless there's an emergency, you might get a meeting at 5, maybe 5 to
hmm
6 o'clock, but generally I'm done with all meetings and work by 5 o'clock. And that's about it really. My day, yeah, that's usually how my day goes on a
Okay.
Monday. So it's 3, 4 meetings on the Monday, planning my actual week on the Monday, picking up any emails left over from the weekend because I work in a
hmm
healthcare organization. So sometimes the clinicians work weekends, so they might message you, tell you to update something or ask you to book a meeting with them for the week ahead. So yeah,
You
just
know,
really
weekends.
tidying up.
So, do you do some BA work on the weekend, did you say?
Sometimes I do, but very rarely. But I was just saying because I work in a healthcare organization, the
Yeah.
clinicians actually work weekends, so they
Right,
might
right, right.
just email you and say, "Oh, do this. We need you
Oh, I
to
feel
update that
you.
document." Yeah.
But
So
I hope you're not checking them on the weekend, the
sometimes
emails.
I used to check them when I was trying to be very efficient, but now not too much. Yeah, I don't check
No, I
them
feel you.
really. I
I
try
feel
not to
you.
check them. Yeah,
Yeah, I
try
don't
not to
think
check
it's a
them
good idea for anyone to check their emails on the weekend because I feel like that time is so precious. Like you have to take time away from work,
from
if that
work.
makes sense.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
I know at the beginning I was doing that too. So,
Yep.
but yeah,
At the
after a while, I was
beginning,
just like,
you
no, you don't pay me on Saturday or Sunday.
you have to wait until Monday. Yeah.
Literally, because they all do the same thing. Everyone waits till one day now, which is good. I think that's a good habit.
Yeah. How is your day? What's your typical day like?
My typical day, it's different now because I'm currently in a position. So, okay, a bit of background. I'm from a company called FDM.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're in between contracts or placements, shall I say, you are in a place called the beach or the bench. So
Mm-hmm.
within this time, you're just upskilling, you're refreshing your skills, trying to do as much as you can in terms of like making sure that you are good to go when you are at your next placement. So, but I can talk about in terms of an example of the last project I worked on. It was basically the same thing as you, pretty much,
Mm.
Toby. Like in the mornings, well, obviously now, post pandemic, not post pandemic, in the middle of pandemic. We're in the middle of pandemic right now, so everything is virtual now. So you log in virtually,
Yeah.
you check your emails, your to-do list together, you attend meetings. Also, for me, everything's different now because now I'm homeschooling my 5-year-old right now.
Okay.
But before the lockdown, I had to do the school run, so I had to do all of that in between working as well. So yeah, I'm homeschooling right now, and we also have our governance calls. I think they're like two. We used to have our governance calls like twice a week.
Mm.
So yeah, that was pretty much it. Like very similar to yours. Yeah, it's just pretty much it's a chill day really.
Yeah.
If you want it to be chilled, and if there's no issues or blockers or bugs in
Yeah.
your project. But
Exactly. Do you usually have like
um
when you are put onto like a client's project, do you have like people
mhm.
who
Yeah,
how would I
absolutely.
yeah, you have them as well, yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Every project I've been on, there's been a problem. But obviously, like you have to just use your skills as a BA to maneuver that and to get your buying power, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. So yeah, every project has its own challenges, which is why they hire us to help
In the
and
first
to
place
fix
to
this.
help out.
Yeah, yeah. So
Uh, but yeah,
yeah,
it's you always find difficult stakeholders all the time.
all the time, all the time. You're
Yeah.
gonna clash with different people. We all have different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
So there's bound to be
And
issues.
different expectations as well. And I think
Yeah,
there's always that impression that you are just coming to bring necessary change and make things a bit
yeah,
more a bit more
yeah,
difficult, people potentially losing their jobs. Because I think there was a
yeah,
project that we worked on. We were looking at how process improvement really. We're looking at trying to digitize a particular area
mhm,
in the trust, and
mhm,
we were looking to cut down on the amount of time people spent doing admin work, which
mhm,
they would do faster if it was on a mobile device, for example.
mhm, mhm,
And some of the nurses just felt, were we trying to take their jobs away? We had to
mhm.
do a lot of convincing to say, no, we're actually just trying to save you time that you waste just doing admin work, time that you could spend
Exactly.
with the actual patients,
Mhm.
reassuring the patients, instead of just carrying paper around, moving into the doctor's office and things
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly. Change
And then
management.
they finally got it and they were like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. That's literally it going from paper to digital. Like
yeah,
and to be honest, I was even going to mention this last time I spoke to you, Toby. You know how you're talking about going from paper to digital.
yeah,
The project that I put my students on, one of them was for NHS and one of them was for the nurses' timesheets to be not on paper but to
on
be
paper.
digital.
Yeah,
So that was one of the projects that my BA training students
students.
to do
Ah,
through user stories and creating user stories for these. So yeah, I wanted to mention that to you before, but yeah, just want to let you
that's
know that I
that's
was like,
interesting.
wow, yeah, from going from paper to
how
digital,
did
yeah.
how did that go?
Yeah, so it's going well. Like they have some amazing user stories, and I'm really impressed with their work.
You're only as good as your teacher.
Yeah. Got
Uh,
that right.
cool stuff. So yeah, I think that's generally how a BA's day goes. I think across the
Mhm.
board, I've spoken
Mhm.
to other BA friends, and that's generally what it is. Just organizing your time,
Mhm.
booking meetings, meeting with your stakeholders, and setting time for your actual work. I think sometimes you
Work.
get bogged down
Yeah.
thinking you just need to meet people, meet that person, but it's always
Yeah.
better to try and meet everyone you need to meet if possible in one workshop, and then focus your time more on actually implementing and doing the actual work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. Whilst we are here in the pandemic,
Mhm.
I find that doing work after hours. Have you noticed that you're doing more work?
Yeah, you're doing my work after hours.
Yeah, like you don't switch off the computer. You're still doing work.
Yeah. But yeah, that problem, I had that problem in the first, probably the first 6 months. But I try now.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's 6 o'clock, that's 1 hour past my normal working time. I just shut down my laptop. I try not to take it past 6. Because
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
noticed was initially, I think initially actually, once I had my meeting, sometimes I sort of just didn't do much. And then at
Mm-hmm.
5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, I'm like, oh man, I need to do that. And then I end up working till like 10 just
Mm-hmm.
because, yeah, I didn't manage my time better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think now that I've gotten the hang of staying at
Yeah,
home most of
no.
the time, yeah, I'm able to ensure that I work with 9 to 5 or nine to
Yeah.
six max and then
Yeah,
just shut
makes
down.
sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
But yeah, lovely chat, Lydia, as always. Thanks a lot for joining us again. And
No,
we'll
thank you.
catch you for the next 2 episodes. Yeah.
Yes, see you in the next episode.
Before we go, actually, tell us a bit about Lydia Tech again.
Yeah, so Lydia Tech Academy is a place for moms who are looking to start a career in technology and have a profitable online business. Yeah, so that's basically what it is. So if you're interested and you're a mom or you know any moms out there that want to get into business analysis, send them my way. All right.
I like that. How do we send them your way? Do we
Yes.
email address or Instagram
Right.
or?
Okay. Yeah. So you can email us at lydiatechacademy@gmail.com or find me on Instagram which is lydia.bolaji or hashtag Lydia Tech Academy. We're currently working on a new website, so which is going to be www.lydiabolaji.com. But that's not ready yet, but it'll be ready in about a week's time. So yeah.
Perfect. In progress.
Yes, it's in progress.
As your Kanban board says.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Lydia.
Thank you.